That's enough, thank you. Thank you, that's enough. Please try to keep your movement and your applause limited because the heat of August, it's bearing down on me like a giant sweaty beast. Oh, August is such a hot month, isn't it? Or maybe it's just this audience. Yes. Wait a minute, Craig. Are you cynically complimenting the audience in the hope that they will back you up in your weak material? How dare you even suggest such a thing? It's a great day for America, everybody. Hey, so did my eye. Hang on, sorry. Did I have something in my eye? I feel like I got something in my eye. Do you see anything on there? If we had high def, you'd be able to see everything. Anyway, it's a big day for me today. It's the day I've been looking forward to all year. Finally, I can talk about it. It's the #1 celebration for me. That's right, I'm talking about Ecuadorian Independence Day. Yup. Happy Ecuadorian Independence Day, everybody. That's right, on this day in the South American nation of Ecuador declared independence from Spain. And the rest is history. History which I'm not very knowledgeable about. Do we have a graphic by any chance for Ecuadorian independence? What the hey? How does that? No, please. How does that have anything to do with Ecuadorian independence? It started off so promisingly with it had a Central American flavor and then suddenly acid. I'm worried about the graphics guy. I think he's whatever. Now, let me just say this. I never took drugs on Ecuadorian Independence Day. No, even I had my limits. This most sacred of day in Scotland, where everyone said, right, that's enough drinking and drugging and fighting, everybody. Let's stop for one day in celebration of the people of Ecuador. All right, we can do some acid, but that's it. Just acid, only acid. No smoking hashish, no crack, only acid. And whiskey. Acid's very popular, well, was popular in Scotland in the 1970s when I was there, you know, 80s. Most popular things in Scotland then were acid, the Bay City Rollers, and stabbing. These were the three. Do you know, when I worked in an electronics factory, an American electronics factory in Scotland, and my co-worker was a Vietnam vet, and he made me take acid. Well, he didn't make me take acid. He asked me if I wanted some. I said, yes, I'd be delighted. Because he'd been telling me stories how great it was, you know, the acid, and then how much he'd enjoyed Vietnam. And I'm thinking, well, now you have to think, wait a minute. If this guy, you've got to consider the source, is what I'm saying. If he thinks Vietnam was a pleasant experience, it should have been a clue for me that the acid wasn't a great idea, is what I'm saying. But we took it at work. Well, I'm not kidding. We took it at work. We finished at 4 o'clock, and we took it about 3:15. And I remember walking out into the parking lot when the work was finished, and like, things are different. This is a very bad idea. Do you know what it reminded me of? Just thinking about it, it reminds me of, we had an astronaut on about a month ago, and he was talking about... Shut up. And he was talking about, you know, when the space shuttle starts off, it's just like it's going and there's no getting off. It's just like, you're going to the moon! That's kind of what I felt like. No, I'm certainly not pro. Acid was a very bad idea, but, you know, what people decide to put in their own bodies, you know, you got to be careful. Some people, like myself, have very addictive personalities, and people like that should stay away from acid and alcohol and anything addictive. Jazz hands, those little cheesy puffs. Once I get started on those cheesy puffs... Anyway, acid in the 1970s in Scotland, it was impossible to avoid. And I remember going home after, you know, this, and going home, and Happy Days was on TV, the American show Happy Days. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh. I never realised the Fonz was so cool. It's a nice, cheery show set. Now, this is the thing. All TV seems to be in 20-year cycles. In the 1970s, Happy Days was set in the 1950s. In the 1980s, The Wonder Years was popular because that was in the 1960s. And then in the 1990s, people watched that 70s show. Like I say, I took a bit of acid, is what I'm saying. You know what bothers me about that 1970 show? If you hadn't had that 1970 show, we would never have had Wilder Valderrama. Did I call him Wilder Valderrama? It's Wilmer Valderrama, isn't it? Wilder Valderrama's... I think that's the name of the astronaut that was here about a month ago. Anyway. What I'm saying is, the thing, it went in the 20-year cycle. So right about now, we're due for an 80s revival in television, right? That would be about right. So, you know, big hair, leg warmers, pointy bras. I can't wait. I still have all that stuff. Anyway, I loved the TV when I was a kid. I used to watch the American TV when I was a kid. You know, it wasn't an American TV, it was a Scottish TV, but there were American programs. And then, on the rare occasions when it was sunny outside, but that wasn't often. It happened once in 1976. And my mother would say, "You can't watch TV, you're wasting daylight." And to this day, I can't watch TV when it's sunny outside. And I live in Southern California. I have to watch it all at night, or wait for that day in January when the smog's so bad you can't go out. If I watch TV during the day, I think my parents are going to come in and turn it off. I can't watch The View during the day. I have to TiVo it and watch it at night. And now my neighbours think I've got 5 cats. Do you know what? I think the heat's getting to me. I think we have to take a break so I can get some old-fashioned lemonade. You know what they always say? It's old-fashioned lemonade. Nobody says we got new lemonade. Digital lemonade. A lemonade made from iPods. They had old-fashioned lemonade. It was crap. It took hours to refresh you. I think I need to lie down. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back.